Everybody, Mr. Quick here. We're going to dive into Eureka Math / Engage New York Math, Module 2, Lesson 18, Least Common Multiple. And I'm going a little bit off of the Eureka Math path here. They have Lesson 18 as Least Common Multiple and Greatest Common Factor. I'm going to push Greatest Common Factor into Lesson 19, combine those two lessons so we can kind of keep it straight. But the two things do kind of go hand in hand. Least common multiple. Let's break that down. Least is obviously the smallest number, right? Common would mean that, something that two numbers have in common. If you are a KU basketball fan and your friend is a KU basketball fan, that's something that you have in common, that you both have. And then a multiple. A multiple simply is any number multiplied by other numbers. So if I take 2, and I take the multiples of 2, I would say 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is, oops, I almost wrote 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. And I could keep going, right? But all of these numbers, and all the numbers that I didn't write, that would be anything times 2, would be a multiple of 2. 8 is a multiple of 2. 12 is a multiple of 2. 10 is a multiple of 2, etc., etc. Now, you can take any number. It doesn't have to be a simple number. You could say 17, right? And you could do multiples of 17, right? 17 times 1 is 17. 17 times 2 is 34. 17 times 3 would be 51. And think about that one for a second. 17 times 4 would be 68. And you could keep going, right? But all of these numbers here, and all the numbers I didn't write, that would be something multiplied by 17, are multiples of 17. So let's jump into finding the least common multiple. If I asked you to find the least common multiple, and it is typically written out as LCM, least common multiple, of 12 and 18, you might see something like this. Least common multiple, 12, 18. So, in this case, they want to find what do these two numbers have in common, what multiple do they have in common, and they may have many multiples in common, but we want to find the one that is the least. So what I would do is first I'd write 12, I'd make a list for 12, and I'd make a list for 18. And I know 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 12 times 3 is 36, 12 times 4 is 48, 12 times 5 is 60, 12 times 6 is 72, 12 times 8 is, let me think here, 84, etc., etc., right? Or actually 12 times 7 is 84. So we could keep going. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers here. So I have the first 7 multiples of 12. We can keep going, but that may be enough. Let's go look at multiples of 18. 18 times 1 is 18. 18 times 2 is 36. 18 times 3, 54. 18 times 4, 72. 18 times 5, 90. 18 times 6, 108. 8. Let's go ahead and do 18 times 7. We'll just put it down here as 126. Okay, so we'll stop there. We've got plenty of numbers to look at and play with. Now, when I say what numbers do they have in common, well, I'm going to look here. 12, first digit here, 12 is not in the 18 column. 24 is not. 36 is in both columns. You see that? I can connect those two. Let's keep going. 48 is not. 60 is not. 72 is in common in both, right? 84 is not, and I could keep going. In fact, I think 108 would be in both, right? 12 goes into 108 equally. So we could keep going. These are all, again, let me stress, this 36 is a common multiple of 12 and 18. 72 is a common multiple of 12 and 18. 108 is a common multiple of 12 and 18, meaning that the multiples of 12 the multiples of 18, they both have these numbers in common. But we're looking for the least common multiple, which means the smallest number they have in common, which in this case is 36. So the least common multiple of 12 and 18 is 36. Now, here's a question that you may have, and I'm going to answer it right now. If I knew, if I said, okay, I'm going to do 12, should I have done 7? Should I have done 10? Should I have done 5? If you had done 12, 24, 36, 48, and you stopped there, and you said, okay, I'm going to see how far 18 goes. And then you said, okay, 18, 36, oh wait, and then you recognize that, hey, it has 36 in common. Do you have to keep adding more numbers? The answer is no, you don't. Once you realize that they both have 36 in common and nothing below 36, then you already have your least common multiple. You don't have to keep going in that case. Sometimes you might have two numbers and you might do 10 multiples of this number and 10 multiples of this number, and they still don't have anything in common, and you have to keep going until you find that they have something in common. So it works both ways. Sometimes you'll find it quick and easy. Sometimes you'll find it hard to find that number. Let's do one more example together. Okay, we'll actually do two more examples. Here's an easy one, but I want to show you that sometimes it can be easy. We're going to find the least common multiple of 8 and 16. Okay, well, if I'm going to make my 8 in my 16 column, 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16, and already my brain should be saying, wait a minute, 16 times 1 is 16. So I already have a multiple. There's nothing below that that's going to work. So the least common multiple of 8 and 16 is 16. Sometimes it is that easy. Let's look at one more example together. Okay, let's find the least common multiple of 5 and 17. Now, I'm still going to make my column here, 5 and 17. But if you know your rules, you know every multiple of 5 is going to end with a 5 or a 0, right? We'll do a few. 5, 10, 15, 20. And you see that, hey, we got a 5, we got a 0. We got a 5, we got a 0. And so instead of spending a lot of time making a list of 5s, because I know that rule, I can just start making my list of 17, multiples of 17, and the first one that ends in a 5 or a 0, I should be able to know that that is the least common multiple, right? So we have 17 times 1 is 17. 17 times 2 is 34. 17 times 3, 51. 17 times 4 is 68. 17 times 5 is 85. So I see right there, hey, this is my first number that has that ends in a 5, right? So instead of, I could have come up here and said, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, I skipped ahead, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, oh my gosh, my hand's getting tired, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. Oh, look, hey, they both have that in common. I know that any multiple of 5 is going to end in 5 or 0, so this one does not, this one does not, this one does not, this one does not, this one does, so my least common multiple of 5 and 17 is 85. Okay, that's all that we're going to look at today. We'll do some more examples and talk more about how this can be relevant to other areas of math when we get together, when we're face-to-face. And other than that, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.